Bill Bynum. Very nice.
Thank you kindly.
Very
people.
nice. You got that southern sound in your voice.
Yep.
Oh, you were.
We were all born up here.
Up here, okay.
Just shortly after my parents moved up from Arkansas, was my oldest brother was born, and there's something about their lifestyle and simplicity. And I tell you, the words I can come up with are modest living. My parents could stretch $1 from here to Tuesday, and I don't know. I just feel like I'm better for it knowing them. And we get caught up in society today. We feel we got to have a lot of things, and we need it all now. And I think that's got us all in a bit of a bind. And I don't know. I think simple living goes a long way.
Do you think that kind of shows in your music writing? And
Absolutely. Absolutely. I find myself always, trying to, I don't know if I try, just naturally resorting back to that. And of course, we mix it up and play all kinds of silly things that are, and in country music, you got to sing around about beer drinking and hell raising and all that stuff too. That's nothing like
and
my
your
parents'
dog.
life.
Don't forget
But
your dog.
I've been around almost 50 years, so I've seen a little bit of everything, and I think I sample from all that, but mostly from my upbringing.
Now, were you brought up in a big family?
Yeah, family of 5, and that's
they
pretty
all-
big in today's numbers, I think.
They all play music? Or?
Actually, most of all my brothers play music. My sister doesn't, but my brother Dale used to play with Derek St. Holmes from Ted Nugent's band when he was a teenager down in our basement. And all my brothers played, yeah. So I was lucky as a young boy. I'm the youngest of the group, so we always had a tuned guitar laying around, and I was able to pick it up at a young age, and it's been a joy for me.
Yeah, if you have older siblings that know how to play an instrument, it's easy to pick up.
Yeah, well, most kids, if they don't have a tuned guitar, where do they start at? And if they do have one, it's not tuned or it's not a good enough guitar to learn on. You got to have a good instrument to learn on. Otherwise, you can't learn nothing.
I think you're the first one I've ever heard that said it tuned a guitar around. A lot of people say, "Oh yeah, we had the piano or someone had a guitar, whatever." But you're the first time I've heard it's a tuned guitar. It's important.
And now that's more possible. They have electric tuners now that make it easy.
Thank goodness.
Back then, they didn't have them when I was a kid. They didn't have cell phones or nothing.
Yeah, hit the C on the piano and try to hear it. Yeah. It's come a long way. I know.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. I always had trouble with that. And then if you have a guitar that always gets out of tune easily, it just makes it frustrating, and you just learn.
You try to hit the right notes, and you can't.
Absolutely. So, well, that's good. A lot of times, you need that background to help you in what you do now. So
You bet.
And a lot of the stories and stuff. With a big family too, I'm sure you have a lot of good stories.
It's very leveling for me. It brings me back and puts my feet back on the ground sometimes to know where I'm from.
That's important in songwriting, I think. Yeah, all those good experiences come out in the songs.
And some of the bad ones too.
And for the yeah. Well, yeah, there's always lots of songs. It's depressing or whatever. They're out there as well. So somebody had to feel it to write it. So
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned your second album coming out. So this one is your first, Bill Bynum and Company.
That's right. That's titled. That's Daddy's Word. I think we've sold about 2,000 of those already. We're proud to say it's kind of an autobiography of my family and our upbringing.
Oh, okay.
My dad was definitely a man of his word. My father had polio when he was a boy, and his hip was quite deteriorated, and he really couldn't read or write. And he came up here from Arkansas, and just one generation removed here, I've had a great opportunity in life growing up around Metro Detroit. So if you look on the back, that's my dad on the back side. I'm trying to imitate him, which is a hard thing to do.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, he's an old truck there.
And there's songs about my brother in there, and songs about my mother and father, and where they're from. And it's all a part of Arkansas is one of the tracks there as well. And so it's kind of my first album, I think appropriately more of a biography or autobiography, I should say.
Is this a car from the family, or is it?
Actually, our dobro player at the time, that was his uncle's old truck, and it just seemed appropriate. We went to this old junkyard to take some pictures, and it seemed to work for us.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
It looks pretty corny to me, I don't know.
Well, it gives you an impression of what's inside.
That's what I'm trying for,
yes,
exactly.
Absolutely. Is this about your dad? I think the world about him: dependable, true blue, and on time.
Actually, I'm
fortunate.
I'm sorry. That's a byline from Pete Goebel. Pete's a legend in bluegrass songwriting.
Yeah.
He lives down in Rockwood, about 10 minutes from me, and he's been mentoring me for quite a while. And we reached out to him. Now, certainly the bluegrass world will all know who Pete Goebel is. He's a phenomenally successul writer.
So
in
that's
bluegrass.
about you.
So that's about me, but probably a better description of my father than it is of me.
Well, it could relate to your dad as well. You
bet. That's what I hope.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, another song for you?
Sure, I'd like to. I'm going to cover a tune if that's okay.
Sure.
My wife sometimes brings songs up, and she's not quite the Americana fan that I am, but sometimes she'll just hear a song and say, "Boy, you got to cover that song." And she was right about this one. This is a Bill Withers tune called "Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone."
Bill Bynum.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. I wonder this time where she's gone. I wonder if she's gone to stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home anytime she goes away. And I know, 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 you best leave that young thing alone. There ain't no sunshine when she's gone. There ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. There ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home anytime she goes away. I wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's gone to stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes